Golden State Valkyries didn't just beat the Las Vegas Aces, they kicked their whole ass. 68-95. The Las Vegas Aces can only score 68 points with the squad that they have. What is going on in Las Vegas?
The Las Vegas Aces, once favored to defend their championship title, just suffered a staggering 27-point blowout at the hands of the Golden State Valkyries. Meanwhile, their former standout Kelsey Plum is thriving with the Los Angeles Sparks, averaging 25.2 points per game and likely enjoying every minute of it.
I give a shout out to Golden State Valkyries because boy, did they put an ass whooping on Vegas. Boy. And I'm not talking about some 15-point win. No, this is a 4-quarter, 27-point spanking in front of a sold-out crowd in Golden State. Vibes was immaculate. Love this.
But here's the twist. While the spotlight still shines brightly on Aya Wilson as the undisputed queen of the court, the Aces are crumbling faster than a house of cards. And suddenly, it's becoming hard to ignore the possibility that Kelsey Plum might have been the true glue holding this dynasty together.
On paper, they should be kicking everybody's ass. Literally everybody. Like, A'ja Wilson put the entire Aces on her back and is doing everything she can to help her team, and it's just not going anywhere.
The numbers don't lie, even when the narrative tries to spin a different story. The Aces just endured their worst loss since 2023, getting humiliated 95-68 by an expansion team that was supposed to be learning to walk, not sprinting past championship contenders. But let's be clear, this wasn't just a bad night. This was a full-blown system collapse that began the moment Kelsey Plum walked out the door.
Lost a lot, okay? And so I was like, yeah, we gotta wait. Give them time. But we didn't set up here and lost by damn near 30 to an expansion team. Come on now.
Remember when the Aces shipped Kelsey Plum to the Sparks in that blockbuster 3-team deal? Everyone brushed it off like it was just another routine move, like they weren't parting ways with a 3-time All-Star and key architect of their back-to-back championships. Aya Wilson even shrugged it off with a casual, "It is what it is," chalking it up to business. But here's the reality, business is about winning games, and right now, the Aces are failing at the very thing that once defined them.
In the Valkyries, whatever you want to say, like, if anything, even if it's just a passing interest, there are people that are interested in the Valkyries. And they destroyed the Aces. I mean this when I say this. The Aces, I've never seen the Aces look this bad before. And the Valkyries are for real. They're 3-5 on the season, but they play so hard. And I don't mean they're for real in the fact like they can compete, because they can't compete.
If you're enjoying this, don't forget to subscribe. Now, here's what really went down. The Aces got comfortable. They thought plugging in Jewel Lloyd would keep the machine running smoothly. They believed Aya Wilson's individual brilliance could carry them through. But they were wrong, dead wrong. Kelsey Plum wasn't just filling up the stat sheet. She was the heartbeat of that team. Even Wilson acknowledged it. Plum was the gritty, all-in leader who did whatever needed to be done, whenever it had to be done. In the locker room, she wasn't afraid to speak up, to hold people accountable. That's not the profile of a replaceable player. That's the definition of a corner.
The team with 28 points, 6 3-pointers, and 8 assists. She has been on a tear to start the season. I'm low-key surprised she has been mentioned in MVP talks. Granted, Nafisa Collier is my pick to win MVP, but I definitely think Kelsey Plum should get some love in that.
Let's examine this recent disaster against the Valkyries. A'ja Wilson, the supposed superstar, managed only 17 points on 5 of 13 shooting. Jackie Young was held to 8 points on 1 of 6 from the field. Jewel Lloyd, the player they got in exchange for Plum, scored a pathetic 6 points on 1 of 8 shooting. This is what championship DNA looks like. This is what a dynasty produces. Coach Becky Hammond was so disgusted with her team's effort that she called them out publicly. I'm not going to. Coach effort, it's the one thing I can't deal with. You're in charge of your effort. When your coach has to question your team's heart and effort, that's not a talent problem, that's a culture problem. And guess who was a major part of that winning culture? The player they traded away.
First time in your tenure in Las Vegas, has there been a common denominator, a similarity between those games? The one was in Seattle, I believe.
Yeah, following people around defensively, being really soft mentally, just letting people come out and punk us, hit us, grab us, and us whining instead of buckling down and saying like, okay, that's what's going to be, then let's go. And I told them in there, I said, we have effort has to come from your heart. The schemes, the discipline, the habits, that's your head. And right now, we not only have a heart issue, but it's letting us affect our head issue. But I'm not going to coach effort. It's just one thing I can't deal with. You know, you're in charge of your effort. I guess I'm in charge of your playing time, so that's the one way I can affect it. But you know, I've never been a coach to pull for mistakes, but I will pull for effort.
Becky, I'm Morris Phillips, Sports Radio Service. You talked about missed shots offensively. They packed the paint. You didn't make them pay.
The Aces trailed by 21 at halftime and never even came close to clawing back. They gave up 95 points to a team that's still learning what it means to be a professional basketball organization. That 27-point blowout? Their worst loss since a 38-point thrashing by the Liberty back in August 2023. But here's what makes this one even more humiliating. That 2023 loss came when Aya Wilson was held to just 9 points. There was at least an excuse. This time, Wilson put up 17, and they still got steamrolled, while the Aces are dealing with heart problems, figuratively, and getting dismantled by expansion squads. Kelsey Plum is out there thriving with the Sparks. In her Sparks debut, she torched the court with 37 points, setting a WNBA record for most in a season opener. She went 11 of 19 from the field and didn't miss a single free throw.